Yeah, fellas, I'm just now coming to the party. I heard our lovely queen, Cynthia G, is pregnant by I hear a dusty beta male coon. I hear the dude's got like 5 kids, 5 baby mamas, 3 kids with three. It don't matter. The way she talks, she should settle for or have settled for nothing but a dude who was productive and had no children, period. Not even one baby mama. The way she talks like that, come on now. It's funny, but she probably, even though she should have lost all credibility when she came out, tried to deny being with the white dudes and saying she was using him for money and wasn't sleeping with him, still had credibility after that where she shouldn't have none. So she'll probably not have credibility, still have credibility after this. These women will come out here and make defenses for her and tell her she's going to be a great baby's mother. Now, I don't know if Cynthia confirmed it herself, but some chick had her sonogram up, in the process of doing more investigating as I'm actually recording this audio. But I hope she is pregnant, just to see how dysfunctional these black women really are, how they get up there and talk this and do that. It's just so stereotypical for, I think she's probably about 34, 35 years old, probably new to her biological clock. She probably hit the snooze button a couple times. And then she decided, let me get pregnant by the first guy that will do it, a baby maker. And I'm sure she's going to, if he's got multiple children, he's going to have a hard time. I don't know what he does for a living or anything. I just got his name is Robert Perkins. I could do more research on him, find out who he is or who he isn't. But, yeah. So, when them child support checks stop coming, she's going to basically, no, she's paid now. She said now. I don't know what she does for a living. I think she sits on YouTube and makes videos talking about dusty beta male coons, and then she gets pregnant by him. So she's created a nice soap opera for herself. So she can continue to sit online and make videos and get donations from simps and other desperate women who look at her as some type of role model and inspiration. Don't ask me why, but that's what they do. Black women pick the worst role models. If I find you to be somebody that you're not, and I thought you were somebody to look up to, once Phil from the Advice Show's wife, and I'm not even dissing him because his wife is white. I'm dissing him because he lied about it. I specifically heard that nigga come out his mouth and say his wife was Native American and black. And I was wanting to see what she looked like because Phil's an ugly dude. And it would just be interesting to me to see what kind of wife he was able to pull. And then when I see what he pulled, I'm like, And I can kind of understand how he went that route. I don't blame him because black chicks weren't checking for him. But for him to get up there and say that he had a black wife knowing he didn't, I haven't watched an Advice show since that shit came out. Just, nah, man, I'm not going to look up to you and then you fool me into somebody finding out that you some clown. And that's okay, nah. So, but these women are still going to support Cynthia and tell her she's going to be a great baby mama. I hope and I pray that she has a son. I really do. Because then you're going to see how her emasculine behavior is going to affect her child. It's going to be fun if she still continues to do YouTube videos for the next 15, 20 years. That'll be good. Then she can get a check from the government, but let's put that on hold because white daddy government's about to stop helping these black women mess their lives up. Or at least he's not offering the aid that he was once offering once they messed their lives up. So this is Cynthia's getting pregnant at the right time. This is like, you couldn't have asked for anything like that. See, that's the thing. All you gotta do is sit back and watch these black females just mess themselves up. Cynthia G's messed up. Jaja Ali is messed up. She's been hiding under a rock. Ain't nobody heard from her. I wonder what Paris Milan has to say about all this. And then, that's someone else who I thought would be making, Cynthia G and none of these girls, none of these swirlers have made a video about our friend Kamala Harris, how she's not fit to run for office and how she's basically part of the Indian caste system. That's how she sees herself. So she's not going to do anything progressive unless it's for the elite. So forget about that. But they won't come out and say anything against no woman of quote unquote color. They just won't do it. And in fact, if she's a swirler too, they don't call none of that out. They don't even address the whole thing. I wonder what Paris Milan's going to have and what all these other black female YouTubers are going to have to say about this. Like, what's Cynthia G going to even come out and say that she made a mistake? I don't even want to hear that. You should be way past that. But like I said, her biological clock was ticking and she figured she had to grab some dude and get pregnant by him. That's what these women do. They take a small pool of eligible losers and get pregnant by him. They sharing around the same dick. It's sort of like that 80-20% rule, to where 80% of the women are chasing 20% of the baby fathers. Or baby fathers. That's what they're doing. So these women are getting pregnant by the same dudes, and it's just pathetic. But I don't expect nothing else from these black women. I don't at all. It just lets you go see into their dysfunction that much more, and how they feel as though, you know, life is what it is, and I think I'm going to make my situation better by having a child. Not that I'm going to have a child so I can make that child's life better. It's more about, what is this child going to do to make my life better? And that's a shame. It shows that they have no real value in themselves as far as I can create a life for myself that doesn't revolve around a husband. See, first of all, we got it wrong, putting the cart before the horse, getting married, and then we're gonna see how things go, and then 12 or 15 years after the child's been born, we'll get married, even though it won't really mean anything. Our prime years will be gone, meaning the woman's and the man's too, as far as sexually, but you can still make some money. But you've been with a woman 15 years, and then you marry her after 15 years. You got them prime years. I mean, what are you marrying her for? Should have married her from the beginning. But nah, this really just goes off to show more black dysfunction, though, as a whole, as to how we can't, until we start creating black families with a marriage, a long courtship, then a marriage, and then a couple years being married, and then procreating. And it's still not no formula for guaranteed marital success. It's really not one. But we're really, as a society, we're past strong relationships, especially in the black community. There's been too much divisiveness created to where we don't trust each other. We can almost predict each other's behavior, and it's just so typical. So I'm really just disgusted with these women. That's why you take the black pill and swallow it, and you're just not surprised. And well, one thing that's put to bed though to rest, nobody has to speculate if Cynthia G is a transgender anymore, because it looks like, I mean, if these rumors are true, it looks like she's gonna pop a seed out. So if she went and got herself fixed, and if she was once a man, obviously she's not a Joanna man. She's a true woman, because she's about to have a kid now and make her life more complicated. And to be honest with you, I don't have no sympathy at all. Now, but one thing Bob Perkins should do, though, he should definitely make sure he gets a DNA test, because there's no telling the long-distance relationship. From what I understand, he's on the East Coast. I understand he shut his channels down, don't want to ask about this. She hasn't addressed it. Tommy Sotomayor hasn't made any videos about it. I'd expect to see a video coming from him real soon. I guess he wants to get his receipts together, but at this point, it's out there. So, but I would like to hear his take on it, because I know he's going to love bashing Synthetic G on this, man. He's just going to love it. But it just goes to show these women got some shit with them, man. They got tricks up their sleeve, tricks up their weave. Yeah, y'all, I had to wait and get a little bit more information on this Cynthia G thing. Yeah, allegedly, she was exposed by a woman who, now get this, was a subby. Rumor has it, she saw Cynthia G on YouTube, recognized her in a local grocery store, and they became quote-unquote friends. And I guess something happened. They want to say that the girl was jealous of Cynthia G. That might have been the case. But it could have been, like I talked about the 48 Laws of Power, man. And what she did was exactly what the 48 Laws of Power says she was supposed to do. She got close to a person that had more power than she did. And when she saw an opportunity for her to seize that woman's power and ascend to the throne and get a name for herself, she did exactly what she was supposed to do, according to the 48 Laws of Power, which is a political concept which I say is inadvertently evil, no matter what goes on. Anybody carries out them practices is power hungry, and people that are power hungry will step on your throat. Politicians have definitely read 48 Laws of Power. But see, Cynthia G wasn't too smart in the sense that you don't befriend somebody. Why would you befriend a subject? Someone, I mean, I ain't saying, now I don't look at my subs as being beneath me at all, but I'm not out here spreading messages trying to make friends. That ain't what I'm trying to do, because half the things I say are negative against black women, single moms. So why would I be, I'm not looking to gain their favor, curry favor with them. No, not at all. But, and you know, I think a lot of women are going to have Cynthia G's support. Like, oh, you go, girl. Because they're single moms too, so they would love the misery of the company. And she's already into running a hustle and a scam on YouTube, getting donations and stuff. And she's already been exposed for being a potential swirler, or even dealing with white men when she talked about not wanting to deal with them or not dealing with them at all. So that didn't hurt her fan base. I'm sure this won't either. But the funny part about it is, she talks so much about white supremacy and dusty beta males when, well, she did kind of get done in by a dusty beta male, but she let that happen. But white supremacy ain't have nothing to do with that girl turning her in like that. Nothing at all. So let that be a lesson to Cynthia G. Black people are going to be the ones that cause you more trouble than white people. I go out, I don't think about being shot by the police. You know why? Because I'm not breaking any laws at all. If I get pulled over, I got registration, I got insurance, and I got a medical marijuana card. So if they smell it, so what? I'm legally able to have this shit now. So you can't, there ain't nothing you can do, or nothing that you can get me to think that, you know, okay, I'm not wearing my seatbelt, that's going to cost me my life. I even wear my seatbelt nowadays. I don't do anything illegal. So, and sports betting is legal in the state near me. So I don't do nothing illegal at all. I don't got to worry about being picking up a prostitute. No, and I don't think you can get killed that way. But I'm not worried about police brutality. I'm not worried about the KKK burning crosses in my front yard as much as I'm worried about niggas hurting me, man. Anytime I had some real trouble, it was at the expense of niggas, man. So learn from that, Cynthia G. You don't befriend subs.